Good morning. Pastor James Reese, Heaven's Light Ministries. You know, over in Matthew, the disciples are once again talking to Jesus, and they're interested about the ranking structure of heaven. Isn't that interesting? They want to know, because they're thinking about their own personal rank structure when they get to heaven. So, about this time, Jesus says that the disciples came to Jesus asking, who gets the highest rank in God's kingdom? For an answer, Jesus called over a child and had the child stand in the middle of a room there. And he says, I'm telling you once and for all that unless you return to square one and start over like a child, you're not even going to get a look at the kingdom, let alone get in. Whoever becomes simple and elemental again, like this child, will rank high in God's kingdom. What's more, when you receive the childlike on my account, it's the same as receiving me. But if you give them a hard time, bullying or taking advantage of their simple trust, you'll soon wish you hadn't. You'd be better off dropped in the middle of a lake with a millstone around your neck. Doomed to the world for giving these God-believing children a hard time. Hard times are inevitable, but you don't have to make it worse. And it's doomsday to you if you do. If your hand or your foot gets in the way of God, chop it off and throw it away. You'd better be better off maimed or lame than alive with proud owners of 2 hands and 2 feet, godless in the furnace of eternal fire. And if your eye distracts you from God, pull it out, throw it away. You're better off with one eye than exercising your 20/20 vision from inside the fires of hell. Watch that you don't treat a single one of these childlike believers arrogantly. You realize, don't you, that their personal angels are constantly in touch with my Father in heaven. I tell you what, we need to remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Being childlike is one of the traits, beautiful traits of being a Christian. You know, not always meandering about pridefully, arrogantly, and presumptuously, and, you know, it's to be humble. That is a true trait of being a Christian. You might have authority and power and be able to tell many people, soldiers even, police officers, where to go and what to do and how to do it. But when you do that in humility, that's the heart of God. And Christ is looking for that. So being childlike in those aspects is what he's talking about. So let's you and I bond together and say, you know what, Lord, we want to be more like you. Help us to be childlike in these traits. In all of our goings and comings throughout this world and traversing this land, help us to be more like you. You have a great day. Until I'll see you again, Pastor Jim, signing off.